Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the DFS Roundtable Value Play for February 2nd, 2016. We're going to go ahead and go over the top plays for values on FanDuel. Today we got a one, two, three, four, 5 game slate. So with the 5 game slate, of course, we're going to try to look for the best value possible to fill in. First, before I go off, I wanted to say I'm Gerson Aguirre. I'm the creator of the spreadsheet. I created a spreadsheet, and we have a value plays on there too to get the best value plays for the day. Even going from the beginning of the night before all the way to the beginning of the when lineup block, we give you the best possible value updated to news. So basically, if you want to check that out, we have a spreadsheet that's been doing very, very great. We're on top of our value plays pretty well. So let's go ahead and break down today's slate, tonight's slate. At point guard, my best value, I like to go for Marcus Smart at point guard. He's 4,700. He's playing the New York Knicks. In the last 4 games, he's gotten 30 points or more. In the last 5 games, 30 points or more 4 times. And he just keeps on producing. The guy doesn't have to score a lot, but when he does get point, it helps him out a lot. He gets point, then he's going to fill up the stat sheet with rebounds, assists, and steals. In the last game, he got 26 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. I mean, the guy can just do it all. And he's facing the New York Knicks. I don't really fear the New York Knicks for extraordinary point guard. And more than likely, Jose Calderon will be back. So I can see him doing pretty well either against Calderon or Galloway. So I like Marcus Smart at 4,700. Another point guard I'm looking at is Patrick Beverley. Patrick Beverley facing Miami. I've always liked Patrick Beverley because he's a little scrappy player that does a little bit of everything. The guy met value. He met 6 times value in the last 5 games, 4 times. So in cash game, we look for 4 times value, but with 6 times value, that's excellent for us. And Houston plays at such a high pace that it just doesn't matter. I mean, the higher the pace, the better. And they're facing Miami without Hassan Whiteside. I don't think he'll be in the lineup. And Goran Dragic is a good defender, but Beverly gets it done overall with everything that he brings to play. So I like him at my second value point guard. Another guy I do want to look at is Goran Dragic and Archie Goodwin. I would look into them, but I'm not going to roll with them tonight. But they're both good value plays that could pop out. All right, now let's go ahead and look at the shooting guard position. At shooting guard, my first guy that I have is Zach LaVine, or Zach LaVine, however you say his name. He's 4,700 against the LA Lakers. And as we all know, the Lakers are not great at defending the point guard or shooting guard. Overall, they're just not a good defensive team. Zach LaVine has gotten a 40-point game and a 36-point game, and then he came down back to earth, so about a 21-point game and a 20-point game. Facing the Lakers, I think there's going to be a lot of point opportunity. If you guys think about it, the other night, the Charlotte Hornet really put it on them, on the LA Lakers, and there was a lot of value there. I expect this game to have value too, with Zach LaVine being one of the top value plays on the slate for facing the Lakers. As for Devin Booker, is my second value play for Toronto. Versus Toronto, he's at 5,200. So at 5,200, Devin Booker comes into play. I don't know why FanDuel keeps underestimating the guy. The guy's met value at least 7 times within the last 7 games. Cash game. At GPP, he met at least 5 times, and he's doing great. And he's still underpriced at 5,200. I'm gonna go ahead and play him, especially versus Toronto. I expect that game to be a little bit high paced with them facing each other. Toronto not known for the great defense, but they have an above average defense. But I expect this game to be a higher pace and a higher over and under. Toronto seems to move the ball a little bit more, and they are on a back-to-back, so I think they'll be a little bit tired. While Phoenix had the night off, so I believe Devin Booker's a value in that game. Another value play I want to look at is Langston Galloway. If Jose Calderon's sick, then I'm going to go ahead and play Langston Galloway in my lineup. The guy's been doing great while Calderon's been hurt. He's meeting value. He's playing a lot of minutes. And with Carmelo Anthony healthy and Porzingis, it helped him out a lot. But that's if Calderon's sick. At shooting forward, I'm going to go ahead and look at Luol Deng. Luol Deng has been meeting value the last 3 games. In 2 games, he met 6 times value at 27 points and 29 points. So I really like his value versus Houston. Houston has a lot of high pace, and it's going to be a high over and under for Houston. I believe this game is going to be great to target for value plays that is cheaper. That's why I also like Justice Winslow at 4,200 versus Houston. The guy plays great. He's meeting value. I mean, he's a very scrappy player, all-around defensive player, and he gets rebounds, assists, and steals. What makes him really good play is that he'll be playing against players like Corey Brewer, players like Jason Terry. So he'll be in there, and while Hassan Whiteside is hurt, he's getting a lot more minutes. So if Hassan Whiteside is hurt, I'm going to go ahead and roll out with Justice Winslow and Luol Deng at 4,800 and Justice Winslow at 4,200 for value at shooting forward. Shooting forward is very thin, so I really like my favorite value is going to be PJ Tucker. TJ Warren's supposed to be out again. He did have a really bad game in the last game. He only got 9.5 and only met 1.9 times value. I'm not going to look on that. I'm going to look on what he did. He did the 4 games before. He got 28 point, 25, 32, and right now he's only 4,800. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to write it, and I'm going to pick PJ Tucker as my favorite value at shooting forward. At power forward is very thin today. So I'm going to go ahead and say Jabari Parker at 5,200. Jabari Parker had 24 points tonight. He also had a 24-point game before, and he met value, at least cash game value, 4 times out of the last 6 times. So I'm going to go ahead and roll out with him, especially versus Portland. Portland's not known for their defense. They're not known for a great interior defense. So I'm going to go ahead and pick him. And with John Henson being out, it makes him a better value play. So if John Henson's out, he'll get more minutes. So I like him at a minute. At the other power forward position, the other power forward value that I like is I can't believe I'm saying this, but the guy found Fountain of Youth. So he's 4,200 versus Houston. His name is Amari Stoudemire. I know we're wishing here that he's the old Amari, but he half Amari. Half Amari is better than old Amari in a way, I guess you can say. Not better, but it's better than the old Amari, you know. But what he's doing right now, making the best of it off his minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and take him at 4,200 versus Houston, a high-paced game with a high over-under. I love what he's been doing. Amari's been killing it. The guy has been really, really great. I believe the last game he had a 33-point game. If we look at his stats real close, he had a 33-point game, a 25-point game, a 16-point game, and a 26-point game. This is all almost while being minimal price. And I'm still going to roll him out, especially in a high-paced game like this. I expect him to have a good game. So I'm going to go ahead and take him. Amari's probably my favorite value at power forward for sure. As we can tell, if you look at the slate, it's very thin at power forward. At center, I like Gorgie Deng versus the LA Lakers. As we all know, we target the Lakers for 2 things, point guard and centers. And while Karl-Anthony Towns plays the center, Gorgie Deng plays the power forward, and they actually work really well together. And Gorgie Deng has been on fire lately. The last game, he got 33 points. He met 8.6 times value. And the game before that, he got 25 points. Sorry about that. And he met 5.9 times value. The guy's playing great. As long as Kevin Garnett doesn't play or Nikola Pekovic doesn't take his minute, the guy is a great fill-in. So I like him versus the Lakers at 5,500. My value play at center is The other center is going to be Mason Plumlee versus Milwaukee. I don't consider Milwaukee a great defense anymore on the interior. Greg Monroe is not what I think he really shows he is. I honestly think he's an above average defender. And with Mason Plumlee and this slate being so thin, at 5,700, Mason Plumlee provides good value. When he had scored the last game, he had a 13-point game, but before that, he scored a 39, 29, and a 35-point game. I see that being great against his point per value. I think Mason Plumlee should have a good game. As we can see on this slate, it's very thin, so please look over the slate. And if you have any more questions or comments, please leave it here, and I'll go ahead and try to answer it for you. Or if you want to, go ahead and just click on the link below the video where we have our Facebook group where I'm there available and I can answer more questions. Or you can go ahead and order the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet has all the value plays updated. Value plays so much into the game. So if you want to order it, you can go to www.goingfor2.com/spreadsheet. If you have any questions, just go ahead and email me. Those are my values for today. Please, the best way to actually look out for value is I would download RotoGrinder's lineup. I would look at the value plays that we suggest here on Going for Two, and I would get owner bucks. As you can see, the starting lineup. I would also get Twitter, as Twitter is one of the best resources you can find. So please go ahead and look at all of our value plays that we have here, and I hope it does great for you. Until next time, you guys have a great night.